Once upon a time, in a village nestled between rolling hills and a sparkling lake, there lived a little girl named Llama. Now, Llama was a peculiar child. She wasn't naughty or disobedient, but she loved to sleep more than anything else in the world. While other kids her age skipped rope, played hopscotch, or chased butterflies in the meadow, Llama would snuggle up in her cozy bed with a big smile on her face and drift off to dreamland. Her parents often worried about her. They'd say, "Llama, dear, why do you spend so much time asleep? You should go out and play. Make some friends, enjoy the sunshine." But Llama would just giggle and reply, "I'm having too much fun in my dreams. Why would I want to wake up?" Her dreams were indeed extraordinary. Every night when Llama laid her head on her special hand-stitched pillow, she'd visit fantastical lands. She soared through colorful skies on the back of majestic rainbow birds, explored enchanted forests filled with singing flowers and talking trees, and danced with playful fairies under the shimmering northern lights. All these wondrous adventures made her nights magical. But the strangest thing about Llama's dreams was that every time she laid her head on her pillow, the pillow started to move on its own. At first, she thought it was just her imagination. But on the third night, she clearly felt the pillow taking her somewhere. And that's when her incredible journey began. After closing her eyes tightly, Llama decided to take a nap. And when she opened them again, she found herself in the most amazing place she'd ever seen. It was like her dream had come to life. All around her were houses made of soft fabric, cars that rolled on feathers, and friendly faces of children just like her, all wearing cozy pajamas and smiling. Llama couldn't believe her eyes. "Where am I?" she wondered. Just then a chubby, sweet boy with rosy cheeks and a mischievous grin approached her. "Hello," he said, giggling. "Welcome to Sleepyville, a city beneath your pillow only visited by those with warm hearts and wild imaginations." He offered his hand and introduced himself as Nemo. Together, they set off to explore this enchanting city. First, they visited a flying school built on a giant mattress where students learned to soar through the clouds with their teddy bears. Next, they stopped by an ice cream parlor that served the most delicious flavors imaginable, like vanilla dream and cloudberry swirl. After a sweet treat, they went to a giant pillow stage where once a week all the Sleepyville residents gathered for bedtime concerts. The performers sang songs about fluffy pillows, cozy blankets, and peaceful dreams, their voices echoing with joy. As the evening progressed, Nemo showed Llama a bakery filled with cakes made of cotton candy, a library with books that tasted like warm milk and honey, and a playground where children slid down rainbows and swung on star-shaped swings. Everywhere Llama looked, she saw magic. But as beautiful as Sleepyville was, Llama couldn't help but notice that something was amiss. The once vibrant colors seemed dull, the cheerful music sounded a bit off-key, and a heavy silence hung in the air. She asked Nemo what was wrong, and he took her to the center of the city, where a majestic cloud castle stood in the distance. "That's where King Dazi lives," Nemo explained. "But lately he hasn't been sleeping well. And when the king can't sleep, the magic of Sleepyville starts to fade." Curious and concerned, Llama decided to pay the king a visit. As they approached the cloud castle, they noticed that its usual glow was dim, and the friendly faces of the royal guards were replaced by worried frowns. With a deep breath, Llama and Nemo entered the throne room. There they saw King Dazi lying on a giant bed made of downy feathers. He sighed heavily, turning from side to side, unable to find a comfortable position. "Your Majesty," Llama said gently, "I heard you weren't feeling well. Is there anything I can do to help?" King Dazi lifted his head and looked at her with tired eyes. "Oh, my dear," he said with a heavy sigh. "Every night I hear noise coming from above. Screaming, worrying, too much light. Children's dreams have become full of fear and nightmares. And when that happens, the magic of Sleepyville weakens." All of a sudden, a wise-looking owl perched on the headboard hooted softly. "It is true," they all said in a soothing voice. "The balance between light and darkness is disturbed. And if we don't restore it, the magic of dreams will disappear forever." Overwhelmed with sadness, King Dazi continued, I am the guardian of dreams, and it is my duty to keep them safe. But I haven't slept properly in nights. Without rest, I am losing my power and Sleepyville is fading away along with it. He looked at Llama with pleading eyes. You must help us, child. You have a kind heart and a vivid imagination. Together, we can fix this. Determined to save Sleepyville, Llama bravely agreed. She knew she had to restore balance to the dreams of children in her own world. With a determined nod, Llama and Nemo left the Cloud Castle to seek out a broken dream. Guided by the wise owl, they ventured into a dark, twisted maze where each turn seemed to lead them deeper into despair. Suddenly, a terrible roar echoed through the labyrinth, shaking Llama to her core. What was that? She whispered, her voice trembling. Nemo squeezed her hand reassuringly. Don't be afraid, he said. We're almost there. Taking a deep breath, Llama pressed on until they reached a clearing. And what she saw before her made her gasp in surprise. In the center of the space stood a gigantic creature made of swirling darkness. Its sharp teeth glistened menacingly, and sharp shards protruded from its shadowy form. As Llama watched in awe, the monster lunged forward, letting out a deafening roar that sent shivers down her spine. But something about its ferocious appearance tugged at her heartstrings. Stunned by its raw power, Llama couldn't help but feel a sense of sympathy for the creature. Gently, she approached it and asked, Why do you look so scary? The monster froze, its roaring subsiding into an unexpected whisper. We're not scary, it murmured, its voice cracking with sadness. We're just fears no one listens to. Understanding dawned on Llama. These creatures weren't monsters. They were the fears and worries that plague children's dreams, causing the magic of Sleepyville to dwindle. With newfound determination, Llama decided to help them. She began by giving each monster a gentle name. She called the largest one Zazez, who she discovered was afraid of being alone. She named the one that shook the grounds, who was scared of failing. And the last one, she simply named Boo, because all it wanted was some rest. As she uttered their names and listened to their stories, Llama felt a surge of empathy. She spent time with them, offering words of comfort and understanding. She told them stories of bravery, kindness, and hope, reminding them of their inner strength. Slowly but surely, the darkness that enveloped the monsters began to dissipate, revealing beautiful, colorful creatures beneath. Their forms shimmered with newfound energy, and their eyes sparkled with gratitude. As dawn approached, Llama knew it was time to return. Saying her goodbyes to the transformed creatures, she returned to Sleepyville, where the sight that greeted her brought tears to her eyes. The sky was a brilliant blue, dotted with fluffy white clouds. The once dull buildings now shone with vibrant colors, and the streets bustled with happy, smiling faces. The music from the Pillow stage echoed through the air, and the aroma of freshly brewed chamomile tea filled her senses. Overjoyed to see Sleepyville restored to its former glory, Llama rushed to the Cloud Castle. King Dazi was overjoyed to see Llama. You've saved our world, he said with wonder. You are now a dream guardian. As the sun peeked through the curtains, Llama woke up in her bed, her heart brimming with happiness. Everything seemed normal, or so she thought. That's when she noticed a tiny cotton flower on her pillow, with a small card beside it. It read, When you dream from the heart, you create a world that's real. As a gentle smile touched her lips, Llama knew her journey was far from over. She had discovered the incredible power of her dreams and the importance of nurturing a kind heart and a vivid imagination. From that day on, she continued to visit Sleepyville whenever she drifted off to sleep, ensuring the balance between light and darkness remained intact.